Hello everyone, Tartan Sauce with you again, and gonna do some more DCS, DCS World in the Su-25 Tango. That is the Frogfoot, and this has kind of been a favorite aircraft lately. I'm gonna do a little bit of seed work, some search, engage, and destroy is I think what that stands for, and just basically some anti-radar, anti-air defense. And with that in mind, I should probably go ahead and get a loadout here. So I'm gonna scroll down and I'm just gonna load this thing up for anti-radar, just crazy, and we will see what happens. So let's get that Russian dude to load this thing, get some armament. So we'll give that about a minute, and we'll be ready to start up. Can't imagine what that alarm would be. That's weird. Must have been a low hydraulic warning. I think it's because I went ahead and dropped flaps before I've actually started up, so that's probably what that was, a low hydraulic pressure warning. If you ever get in a situation where you need to get rid of the audible warning, if you hold right shift and November, that will silence the warning system, but do it at your own peril. Usually I do that if things are already pretty bad for me, so yeah, that's gonna drive me crazy. So I hope this thing gets spooling up pretty quick and we get hydraulic pressure back. Yeah, no idea what that is. Nope, there we go. It must have been hydraulic pressure. I'm not exactly sure where you check that anyway. Oh, I see. I think it's down here in the what's now centered, these little dials there. Alright, so we are started up. Let's get rolling. Probably need to know where I am though. Alright, I'm gonna go here and take a left. Alright, I'm familiar with this airport. Go ahead and throw on my landing lights here, so people see me taxiing. Alrighty. So this server just came back online, so it should be a target-rich environment, and I am hoping that is the case because it feels like all day I've been coming to target areas where everything's been picked clean except for maybe one tank that is left, and can't even find it because it's somewhere hidden next to a house or building, or under some trees or something. I don't know, it's just really frustrating. So, I mean, if they're gonna throw stuff out that's not gonna move around, I think they should just, you know, whoever's designing this this mission for this multiplayer server, they should just put all the targets out in the open. You know, air to ground isn't easy as it is, especially with the air to air going around. So, I'm just saying. All right. Be my luck I cross the runway and hit another aircraft. So do about 260, 270 and rotate. Hold it a little bit above 10 degrees. Alright, positive rate of climb. Gonna go gear up. I'm gonna lock in my autopilot to hold that attitude. And start dumping off some of these flaps here. Yeah, I'll go ahead and go full flaps up. Let's look around us here. I don't see anybody. Our tasking is just down the coast here, so I think we're supposed to hit Gudauta. I'm gonna roll in and do some anti-air defense stuff. One of my favorites for some reason. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to go ahead and hit Alt-9 to get that autopilot off here and start heading that way. Do my en route navigation. So it's only 66 kilometers out. It's not far at all. Especially when I can launch these missiles from about 50 kilometers out. I'm gonna go air to ground and hit I. So I hit 7 to go air to ground. I'm gonna hit I for India, and that will bring my my radar sensor up. Once we start seeing enemy radar pop up, they'll show up as little diamonds on the HUD, and that's what we'll look for. So I'm gonna lock that attitude in and the autopilot and check the map. Let's see here. I'm gonna use my ruler here. Just see what's going on. All right, 30 nautical miles and 113. I think since I took off pretty early without letting my gyro get all set up, my my heading that's shown in the top of my HUD under the weapon system, it's not accurate. Yeah, this one down here isn't accurate at all either. Basically, I did a quick startup and, you know, didn't bother with letting everything spool up as far as the gyro goes. So a lot of pre-session, taxiing around and whatnot. But I'm fairly on course. I'm gonna Alt 9 and just bring it about 5 degrees to the left here. Yeah, that'll do. Go Alt 1. Okay, and we'll just take this heading and wait for some enemy radar to pop up. Let me double check that briefing. Yep, Gudauta is our first target, and then Sukumi. So, apparently it's heavily fortified with enemy air defenses, so I hope that is the case. I'm not seeing anything so far. The only thing I've got on my radar are other aircraft, and they are pretty far behind me. So, not too worried about that at all. Meantime, just gonna climb, get some altitude, and then wait for some enemies to start popping up here. The waiting is the hardest part, so I guess I'll just do kind of a scenic look of Georgia here. These missiles look nice, hanging off the wing. That the one nearest inboard is the KH-58, and I think it's got quite a bit of range. I think it's somewhere around 50 kilometers. I mean, it might be 58 kilometers, you know, per the name. Who knows? I'm sure I could look that up, but busy right now. And then I think that's what is that? The 25 MPU? Is it KH-25 MPU? I don't know. It has a much shorter range on it, and I think that missile you have to be painted by a radar and locked. They have to be locked onto you, if I'm not mistaken, for that missile to work against a target. So I've had those where I've fired them, and then, you know, a couple seconds later have exploded because they don't have a target lock. Something weird like that. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna go Alt 3, level us out, and it looks like we have some radars popping up. And I can definitely let me get the autopilot up actually. They're definitely close enough to hit. What we got? S-15s? Alright, so I'm just gonna hammer down on this. Alright, see, I launched it. Oh, yep, I'm locked. Man, I'm just gonna launch 4 missiles, see what happens. I'm gonna go over to these. Oh man, I'm engaged. I'm gonna have to bug out of here. Oof, it's not gonna be good. Bugging out. Oof. Oh man. It's making me nervous. So, I dumped everything, and we will see if I got any kills here. Alright, yeah, I killed a Tor 9. I'm gonna go ahead and get my, I was throwing a lot of flares out there. Okay, so I killed a couple of radar sites, and now I'm RTV. A little bit nervous doing that, but that's how Wild Weasel works, so... Let's see where we are. Yeah, I didn't have to go too far to do that either. So with those sights taken out... Oh man, I had flaps down this whole time. With those sights taken out, I can, you know, kind of clear the way for different strike aircraft to come in. And I'll probably try that one more time. I might load up again and see what kind of air-to-air action I get. Ooh. Starting to get a little bit of a speed shake. Start flying fast enough, and if your aircraft isn't clean enough at certain speeds, you just kind of get this kind of wobble, and doesn't make for very good filming, unfortunately, or recording, I should say. All right, Sochi Adler coming up, and should be right about there where my cursor is. I'm gonna do this as quickly as possible to try to rearm and get back up in the air. I don't have time to fool around. Okay, turn the autopilot off here. Let's talk to ATC. I kind of wonder what the wind speed is.
Сочи, 401, возврат. 401, Сочи, следуйте курсом 261, удаление 27, давление 757,53, посадочный 06, занимайте высоту круга.
Alright, I pretty much ignored the
401, работайте с посадкой.
I pretty much ignored the the directions.
Сочи, 401.
But I'm gonna tell him I'm gonna request landing anyway. I've got the air brakes coming out. Used the button B to do that, and I am going to. That's probably slow enough. I'm gonna go ahead and start dropping everything. Drop my flaps, drop gear, and just kind of roll on in here. There we go. Not bad, not bad. Come on, hang with it. Alright. A little bit of flare. Alright, we are down. Getting on the brakes. I hit P for Papa to see if the parachute come out. But man, it is not slowing me down that fast, so I don't know if you have to hit it a couple of times or what. Jeez, it's making me nervous. Using this whole runway. Jeez. Oh man, don't run off the end of the runway. Oh god. And I'm off the end of the... Oh, that's not fun. That's not fun. So, Yeah. I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna work a little bit on the parachute aspect of this, and it's getting all weird. So I'm gonna stop recording, and I'll see you in a bit. Take care.